54 teams will participate in the 4th edition of the UEFA Nations League, and they have been divided into the 4 leagues according to their results in the previous edition. League A will have 4 pots with 4 teams each. League B will also have 4 pots with 4 teams. And the same for League C. League D has 1 pot with 2 teams and a second pot with 4 teams. The draw is done league after league, starting with League D, followed by Leagues C, B and A. Within each league, the draw will start from the highest pot to the lowest pot. The draw starts with League D. Drawn teams are allocated to the groups in ascending order, from groups 1 to 2 in the case of League D. The first team is drawn out of pot 1 and the team assigned to Group D1. The second team of pot 1 is drawn and the team assigned to Group D2. The draw continues with pot 2, assigning the first drawn team to Group D1, the second team drawn to Group D2, and so on until pot 2 has been emptied. The draw for League C starts with pot 1, containing 4 teams. The drawn teams are assigned to groups C1 to C4 in ascending order, such that each group will contain 1 team of pot 1. The draw continues with pot 2, 3 and 4, following the same procedure. Every pot will be emptied before proceeding to the next pot, and every group will be composed of 1 team from each pot. The draws for Leagues B and A follow the same procedure as League C. If draw conditions apply, the computer used to assist with the draw will indicate the group available. The computer calculations will need to anticipate all possible scenarios to prevent any deadlock situation. Armenia and Azerbaijan cannot be drawn into the same group in League C. The pairings between Kazakhstan and the following 4 teams in League B fall under the excessive travel restrictions, and only 1 such pair can be drawn into 1 group. The UEFA administration will establish the fixtures for each group after the draw. The league phase will be played over 6 match days from September to November 2024. Following the conclusion of the league phase, the League A group winners and runners-up will continue the competition in the quarter-finals in March 2025, and the winner crowned at the finals in June 2025. As for the previous editions, the group winners of Leagues B, C and D will be directly promoted to a higher league for the next UNL edition. The 4th-ranked teams of Leagues A and B and the 2 lowest-ranked 4th-place teams of League C will be relegated. Additional promotion and relegation playoffs take place between all leagues in either March 2025 or 2026.
And those are the 7 teams. They're split into 2 pots as follows. In pot 1 are Moldova and either Lithuania or Gibraltar, who meet in the League C relegation playout in March. While in pot 2, we have Malta, Andorra, San Marino, and Liechtenstein. Over to you, Giorgio. Let the draw begin.
Thank you, Pedro. Only for a short while, because I'm very happy to hand over to Marian, who will kick off the 2024-25 Nations League by drawing pot number 1 of League D.
Lithuania or Gibraltar?
The draw starts with the team which will lose the playoff in March, Lithuania or Gibraltar, taking position obviously in Group D1. Now we need to see the other team of the spot. This team will, of course, captain Group D2.
It's Moldova.
And that is Moldova, Group D2 for Moldova. We are ready to move on to the second pot to allocate the teams into the 2 groups. So let's see which team is now taking position in D1.
It's San Marino.
That's San Marino joining Lithuania or Gibraltar. In this Group D1, fourth successive time in League D for the national team of San Marino.
It's Malta.
Malta goes the other side to Group D2 together with Moldova. For Malta, also 4 times in League D for the Maltese national team. And we are ready to complete the Group D1 now.
It's Liechtenstein.
With Liechtenstein. So Group D1 is complete with Lithuania, Gibraltar, San Marino, Liechtenstein, while this other team will complete Group D2.
Andorra.
That's of course Andorra together with Moldova and Malta in Group D2.
Very well. Thank you, gentlemen. Let's recap how the teams will line up. In Group D1, we'll have Lithuania or Gibraltar, San Marino, and Liechtenstein. In Group D2, Moldova, Malta, and Andorra. Thank you, Marian. Ladies and gentlemen, Marian Pahars.
Thank you very much, Giorgio.
So, those are the teams. Time to present you to our next guest. He's the most capped player ever in the history of the Greece national team with 139 appearances and was part of that famous Greek victory at UEFA Euro in 2004. Please welcome Giorgos Karagounis. Welcome, Giorgos. Great to have you here. So many years with the national team, 15 record appearances, many highs and lows, but the high has got to be Euro 2004. It still hurts for me as a Portuguese person, I have to tell you, but for Greece, what did it mean? What did it mean to you, to the country? Spectacular.
Thank you very much. My whole career full of highlights, especially with the national team, but the Euro 2004, the best of all. Because you weren't the best team of Europe.
No doubt about it. 2004 was an historic season for Greek football. Now, of course, it's good times to be a Greek national team fan as well. Promotion to League B of the Nations League and still dream of qualifying for UEFA Euro 2024. What do you make of the current state of the Greek national team and how they're doing? Very successful time.
Yes, of course, I agree. I think that after 10 years without qualifying the Euro, he has come finally, it's our time, to participate in Germany, because that many Greek Emirates live there. I hope the national team Greek is participating in this Euro.
Well, good luck for Greece in that process, also in the UEFA Nations League, of course. Let's take a look at the 4 pots in League C. In pot 1, we have Romania, Sweden, Armenia, and Luxembourg. In pot 2, it's Azerbaijan, Kosovo, Bulgaria, and the Faroe Islands. Pot 3 contains North Macedonia, Slovakia, Northern Ireland, and Cyprus, while the teams in pot 4 are Belarus, Lithuania, or Gibraltar, Estonia, and Latvia. Over to you, Giorgio.
So League C, 16 teams all eager to follow in the footsteps of Greece, which was promoted after the last edition of the Nations League. Giorgos, I will ask you to start with the teams in pot number 1. So, first team drawn.
Sweden.
That's Sweden. Group C1 is the group of Sweden, which is at the first participation in League C of this competition. Let's see now the team which will join Group C2.
Romania.
and that's the turn of Romania. C2 for Romania, which was promoted in their last League C participation, which was in 2018-2019. So after Romania, for Group C3,
Luxembourg.
we have now Luxembourg. Luxembourg ready for their playoff match soon in March. Group C3 for Luxembourg. Third successive time in this League C.
Armenia.
And finally, we have Armenia joining Group C4. Group winners last time they were in League C, Armenia. They restart from Group C4. And we now start putting teams against each other, with starting with Group C1.
Azerbaijan.
Azerbaijan will face Sweden in C1. So for Azerbaijan, it's the third successive time. They are in League C, this time opposed to Sweden. Kosovo is joining Group C2 together with Romania. Also, Kosovo is at the third successive participation in League C.
Bulgaria.
C3 for Bulgaria against Luxembourg. Second successive time for Bulgaria in League C. Second behind Georgia in 22-23.
Faroe Island.
And to finish with the second pot, we have Faroe Islands, and the Faroe Islands will, of course, go into Group C4, where they find Armenia. Third pot, and we restart with Group C1. Slovakia, Group C1 for Slovakia, together with Azerbaijan and Sweden. Second successive participation in League C for Slovakia, which interestingly has the highest ball possession of all teams in the Nations League of last time, with 66%.
Cyprus.
And Cyprus, together with Romania and Kosovo, is a team of Group C2. Very loyal to League C. Cyprus, fourth successive time, basically since the beginning.
Northern Ireland.
Northern Ireland, they go to Group C3, where they find Luxembourg and Bulgaria. Second time back-to-back for Northern Ireland in this league.
North Macedonia.
And obviously we conclude with North Macedonia, Group C4, with Armenia and the Faroe Islands. Georgios, only one pot is left. 3 teams are allocated. The last opponent is to be found out. Thanks to you. C1. Estonia, Euro 2024 playoff for Estonia soon, and they complete C1 with Sweden, Azerbaijan, and Slovakia. Group C2. Now,
Lithuania or Gibraltar.
This time it will be the winner of this playout, Lithuania or Gibraltar. They will face Romania, Kosovo, and Cyprus in Group C2. 2 teams left in this pot 4.
Belarus.
Joining Luxembourg, Bulgaria, Northern Ireland. That is the complete lineup of Group C3. And we will find out now the last team for Group C4.
Latvia.
That's, of course, Latvia, together with Armenia, Faroe Islands, and North Macedonia. And this completes League C.
Thank you, gentlemen. A lot of reactions here in the room. Let's have a look at League C to check what it looks like. In C1, we have Sweden, Azerbaijan, Slovakia, and Estonia. In C2, it's Romania, Kosovo, Cyprus, and either Lithuania or Gibraltar. In C3, Luxembourg, Bulgaria, Northern Ireland, and Belarus. And in C4, Armenia, Faroe Islands, North Macedonia, and Latvia. Thank you, Giorgos. Ladies and gentlemen, Giorgos Karagounis. And here to help us with the drawing of League B is another star player. He was a fullback who played over 90 times for the Serbian national team and won league and cup medals in both England and Italy. Please welcome Aleksandar Kolarov. Welcome, Alexander. Great to have you here for League B. Of course, you had a stellar career with the national team, 12 years, represented your country at the Olympics, at the World Cup as well. What did it feel like to put on the shirt, walk out on the pitch, hear the anthem, and play for your nation?
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for having me here. Yeah, I was lucky, let's say, to feel something different about the emotions for playing for the club. Representing your national team is something different, and then I was lucky and honored to play a lot of games for my national team.
These are good times for the Serbian national team as well. Promotion to League A for the first time of the Nations League, qualification for the next Euro as well. What do you make of the current team, the talent, the players, and how the team is doing?
In the last 3-4 years, we are having a great results. I can tell easily. So to participate in Euros after the World Cup is not the thing that we done in last year. So great achievement for us to playing in Euros, and we are looking forward to support our team in Germany.
For sure. All right, let's have a look at the next draw, and we're going to check out the pots. In pot 1, we have Austria, Czechia, England, and Wales. In pot 2 are Finland, Ukraine, Iceland, and Norway. Pot 3 contains Slovenia, Republic of Ireland, Albania, and Montenegro, while Georgia, Greece, Turkey, and Kazakhstan make up pot 4. Giorgio, handing over to you.
Thank you, Pedro. So, Alexander, your Serbia made it last time. Now we don't know who will make it, but for the time being, we want to know who will play who. So we start with pot number 1. Thank you.
Czech Republic.
Czechia is the team of Group B1. So group winners in their last League B participation, which happened in 2020-2021. Czechia is the first team of Group B1.
England.
And now we go with England. England, the first participation outside of League A. Group B2 for England, who were third ranked in the very first edition in 2019.
Austria.
And now Austria, Group B3. For Austria, group winners also in their last League B participation, 2020-21. Only one top-seeded team is required.
Wales.
Group B4, and of course, we have Wales joining Group B4. We go ahead, we are ready with pot number 2, after we allocated Czechia, England, Austria, and Wales in order. Now we start with Group B1.
Ukraine.
Ukraine will face Czechia in Group B1, ready for their playoff in March. Ukraine facing Bosnia and Herzegovina, first instance.
Finland.
And now Finland, another Euro 24 playoff team. Finland will play against England in Group B2. Finland, which never finished lower than second in any UEFA Nations League group.
Norway.
Norway is joining Austria in Group B3. It's a third successive participation for Norway.
Iceland.
Iceland, the last team, Iceland together with Wales. Iceland is also ready for Euro 24 playoff. All these playoffs were obtained thanks to the results in the Nations League. Group B1, who's joining Czechia and Ukraine?
Albania.
It's Albania together with Czechia, Ukraine. That's Group B1, second successive time in League B for Albania, which is of course looking forward to the Euro 24 in Germany as a qualified team.
Republic of Ireland.
Republic of Ireland together with England and Finland. The Republic of Ireland are very loyal to League B, fourth time in this league. Now we go
Slovenia.
with Slovenia joining Austria, their neighbors, and Norway in Group B3. Second successive time for Slovenia, which lost only 2 of their last 15 Nations League matches.
Montenegro.
And finally, Montenegro, together with Wales and Iceland, is the team of Group B4. We have only one pot to draw, Alexander. And of course, we go with the Group B1.
Georgia.
Georgia. Georgia ready for playoff in March, and Georgia is allocated to Group B1 together with Czechia, Ukraine, Albania, and Georgia.
Kazakhstan.
Now we have Kazakhstan, and due to the long distance restriction, Kazakhstan can only be allocated to Group B3. So the group available for Kazakhstan is Group B3, together with Austria, with Slovenia, and with Norway. And this team will, of course, be allocated to the first available group, which is Group B2.
Greece.
And that's Greece. Greece is lucky enough to be allocated to Group B2 with England, with Finland, and with the Republic of Ireland. Finally, last team of League B.
Turkey.
That's Turkey. Turkey with Wales, with Iceland, and Montenegro is the lineup of Group B4.
All right, exciting stuff. Let's recap the lineup of League B in Group B1. We will have Czechia, Ukraine, Albania, and Georgia. In B2, it's England, Finland, the Republic of Ireland, and Greece. In B3, we've got Austria, Norway, Slovenia, and Kazakhstan. And in B4, it's Wales, Iceland, Montenegro, and Turkey. Thank you. That was great, Alexander. Ladies and gentlemen, Alexander Kolarov.
Thank you.
All right, those are the teams. Time to introduce our final guest for League A. We have a playmaker who won both the UEFA Euro and FIFA World Cup with Spain. Please welcome Juan Mata. Welcome, Juan.
Hello.
Ready for League A, I'm sure. I want to ask you about the Spanish national team because, of course, they're the title holders right now. How impressed were you with that group, and can they start thinking about winning it again?
I was really impressed and I was really proud. It was a great moment for the team, for that generation, and for our country. Also for the new coach, which is here, and I congratulate him because it was his start with the national team, so it was great to win it such an important tournament with style, playing lovely football and holding the nerves in the penalty shootout. So, yeah, it was great.
Of course, you know all about winning UEFA competitions. I want to ask you specifically about the final of Euro 2012, where you scored one of the goals that helped Spain beat Italy in the final. What does a player think when he scores for his team in the final of the competition and then lifts the trophy?
You don't think too much at the time. You celebrate a lot, and I was so happy because my family was there, my friends, and of course the whole country was watching. So to win the Euros and scoring a goal that I think at the time closed the circle of the national team by winning the Euros, the World Cup, and the Euros again.
Yeah.
So I will always remember it.
All right, well, you're going to do the draw in just a moment. Let's first have a look at the pots in League A. In pot 1, we have Juan Mata's Spain, Croatia, Italy, and the Netherlands. In pot 2 are Denmark, Portugal, Belgium, and Hungary. Pot 3 contains Switzerland, Germany, Poland, and France, while Israel, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Serbia, and Scotland make up pot 4. One last time, Giorgio, back over to you and Juan.
Thank you, Pedro. So League A will crown the winner of this new edition. And in pot 1, we have the 4 teams which played the finals in June last year in the Netherlands. So we start with the first of these teams.
Croatia.
Croatia, the finalists, the runners-up of Croatia, Group A1 for Croatia, which was unfortunately for them defeated only on penalties after a thrilling, hard-fought game in Rotterdam.
Italy.
And now it's Italy, Group A2 for Italy, third place in the last 2 editions, 21 and 23. Their goalkeeper Donnarumma is the first player to have made 20 appearances in this competition.
Netherlands.
Netherlands, our hosts of the finals, last June, Group A3 for the Netherlands, which were runners-up in 2019 and fourth ranked in 2023.
And Spain.
And finally, the title holders of Spain, that by winning this trophy became the only team with France to have won Euro, World Cup, and Nations League. Second pot.
Portugal.
Portugal, joining Croatia in A1. Portugal, the first ever winners of this trophy in 2019 in Porto, and never finished lower than second in any participation.
Belgium.
Belgium, together with Italy in Group A2, semi-finalists in 21. Belgium, top scorers in the history of this competition with 39 goals.
Hungary.
Now Hungary join Netherlands in Group A3. They started the Nations League in 18 and 19 in League C, and with the promotions now the second successive time in League A.
Denmark.
And finally Denmark facing Spain in Group A4. So we're ready for pot number 3. Yes, please. We go back to A1, where we have Croatia and Portugal.
Poland.
Poland is joining Croatia, Portugal in Group A1. They finished third in their group in the 3 previous editions, Poland.
France.
France with Italy and with Belgium, this group promises fireworks already now. Winners of 21, France.
Germany.
And Germany will find the Netherlands and Hungary in Group A3. Germany lost only 2 of their last 13 matches in the UEFA Nations League. The last team of pot number 4
Switzerland.
is, of course, Switzerland, which will face the opposition of Spain and Denmark in Group A4. Semi-finals in 19. Switzerland, the very first edition. So, with this pot, we will have finished our job.
Scotland.
And we start with Scotland. So, first group completed is A1, Croatia, Portugal, Poland, and Scotland, which are, of course, looking forward to inaugurate Euro 24 on the 14th of June against Germany.
Israel.
Israel, joining Italy, Belgium, and France This is Group A2 for Israel, which is the first participation in League A. Congratulations to Israel. For Group A3, now we have
Bosnia.
Bosnia and Herzegovina together with the Netherlands, Hungary, Germany. Second participation in League A for Bosnia and Herzegovina, and only one team is left for Group A4. This team is
Serbia.
Serbia together with Spain, Denmark, Switzerland completes the draw of the UEFA Nations League 24-25.
It does indeed. The 4 leagues have been drawn. Let's focus on the results of League A. Fantastic matches to look forward to. In A1, we've got Croatia, Portugal, Poland, and Scotland. It's Italy, Belgium, France, and Israel in A2. In A3, Netherlands, Hungary, Germany, and Bosnia-Herzegovina. And in A4, Spain, Denmark, Switzerland, and Serbia. That'll do it for today's UEFA Nations League draw. Now we have to wait a while before the matches kick off in September. Good luck, of course, to all the participating teams. Our thanks to Juan, all the star players who are here on stage. Also, of course, to Giorgio. Thank you all for joining us here. It's goodbye from Paris.